welcome. How's everybody doing? Okay. Are you ready for safety now? Come on. Let's see. I've always wanted to do this. Safety. Now. Safety. Now. Everybody, safety. Now. All right, the exclamation point. Okay, great. Yeah, that's really powerful. So on behalf of the West Central Florida Safety Alliance, I want to welcome you to Safety Now 2005. I'm Vaughan, Director of Safety and Risk Control with Lanier, Upshaw. We're one of the sponsors of breakfast here this morning. I'm also a co-chair with the West Central Florida Safety Alliance. With a show of hands, how many of y'all were here last year? Just out of curiosity. Just a few. Well, great. Last year we did a little name tags and it didn't work out because you know the paper name tags that kind of fall off like after I don't know, an hour. So I thought it'd be good. Why don't we all stand up real quick? Come on. What I want you to do is just turn around and say, 2 or 3 people say good morning or good.
How you doing, my friend?
Alright, well, it's 2015, and I don't know about some of y'all, but when New Year's starts, I spend a couple of days thinking about a goal I want to set for myself. And what I do is I set a goal, I set objectives, and I set action steps. And I try to do that with my clients as well. And I started thinking, wow, this year is actually my 25th year in safety. So, basically I set those things and I try to, use action steps to reach the objectives and then hopefully to accomplish the goal that I set for myself. So, I do some thinking those first few days of the new year, and I started thinking that, I got hair growing in places that I don't like, and I've got hair not growing in places that would actually look good. I mean, if any of you can, who's got this going on? Anybody like me? A little bit about the West Central Florida Safety Alliance. We've been around, what is it now, already 8 years?
8 years.
Okay, we are a nonprofit. We have a mission statement, and basically it's in order to further a safe and productive workplace, the West Central Florida Safety Alliance will act in a coordinated advisory capacity to local businesses. And the Alliance's goals is to encourage adherence to safety principles, promote compliance, and communicates health and safety awareness to the business community. What we try to do is, and you can go to our website there, we have monthly meetings, whether they could be in Polk County, they could be in Hillsborough. We try to do a tour once a year. We find a facility. We just recently did a tour of News Channel 8 in Tampa, which was pretty interesting. We did a tour of Accuform Signs in Brooksville, right? Yeah. And so if you go to our website, you can see the next meeting that's coming up. And if it's a topic, what we do is we have someone present a topic, and then we have a short business meeting. And we're trying to grow our organization as a nonprofit, as I mentioned. And we are a spinoff of the Central Florida Safety Alliance. They do the Safety Day, the big event each year, which is, I think, coming in March. I also wanted to introduce our chairs. We have Ernie Harvin, he's a founding member of the West Central Florida Safety Alliance.
Never been a founding member of anything before. Good morning.
We have Jody Cicerelli from Safety Cottage. She's a co-chair with me. She's in the back of the room. And we got my mugshot there. Awesome. You like that picture? I don't have that shirt. also want to give a shout out to Patty Fernandez. I don't know if she's here. She's supposed to be here, but with the Tampa Area Safety Council, she really helps us, send out email blasts about our upcoming meetings. She lets us use their facility when we have a meeting there and stuff like that. So I want to thank her for that. As I mentioned last year, I know most of you weren't here. We want the theme of safety now to be surrounded by topics and elements associated with behavior. And, not to change your current safety process, but to enhance those elements by using maybe bits and pieces of information you might receive here today on behavioral science, behavior-based safety ideas, and other things. And slowly but surely, one step at a time, trying to change that culture in workplaces. It makes a huge difference. 25 years I've been around, safety is changing. It's definitely changed if you've been around the industry. So if you're not on board using behavioral elements in your safety process, you will be left behind because, you talk to some people from Europe and Germany, behavior-based safety is, that's what safety is. And it really makes a huge difference. I'm of Irish descent, so we're supposed to be storytellers. I'm not a storyteller, but I do have a short story. This is a real story. I thought it kind of went along with what we're talking about today. I did a safety assessment, and this was probably 16 years ago at a cabinet shop, a small cabinet shop, probably, I don't know, it was 25 or 30,000 square feet. So I was beneath the plant manager who basically was the safety guy too here, supposed to be. And his office was situated upstairs, kind of like in a storage loft area. So we go upstairs, we sit down, and when we went into his room, or his office, I noticed that he had windows all the way across. So he had a bird's eye view of everything that was going down on the production floor. And so, I started my safety assessment, asking him questions, how's your safety process? How's your new employee safety training? And at that time, I noticed he would always kind of turn around and keep looking out that window at what was going on downstairs. And all of a sudden, he gets up and he grabs this huge microphone. And he's looking down. He goes, "Johnny, where are your safety glasses? Why don't you have them on? I'm up here with the safety guy right now. What are you doing?" And I'm like, I haven't seen that before. And so, so I continued the safety assessment. You do inspections, safety meetings, training. He gets up again, grabs this huge microphone, and I'm serious, and points at another person. "Tommy, where are your safety glasses? What are you doing? You're supposed to have I'm right here with the safety guy right now." And at that time, I'm like, I'm embarrassed, I'm uncomfortable. I know that in just a short time, we're going to be going down there on the floor. Here he is, he's put me under the bus. He's put me on the spot like I'm the safety guy. I'm just in there trying to help him with safety, and he's like, "I'm here with the safety guy." So, the point of the story is that there are still people out there, this is how they handle safety. And, I know in safety you have to deal with employees and behavior, and certainly, we need consequences, both positive and negative, and I hope you're using or trying to use more positive reinforcement. But, this type of thing just doesn't work in the long run, handling that type of thing. And I'll always remember that visit because, that was kind of crazy. So, our main sponsor today, of course, is Saddle Creek Logistics Services, a great partner of Lanier Upshaw.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hear that name.
Who will be providing a delicious barbecue lunch today for everybody. We're going to hear a short message from Saddle Creek today, right before lunch, on some of the great stuff that's going on at Saddle Creek and their fleet of trucks. There's actually a huge truck out here that says Saddle Creek on it. If you didn't notice it, you'll see it. But we'll hear from Mike today, right before lunch. As I mentioned, we have Ernie here. He's the Senior Manager of Safety and Compliance.
I love that title. Yes, I'll be that.
He's my co-moderator today, because I can't do this by myself. He's, like I mentioned, a founding member of the West Central Florida Safety Alliance. Another sponsor, we have Safety Products. Everybody knows them. Jody Cicerelli and some of the folks are here today. They're going to be giving away a couple of things during some of the breaks. Also want to thank another great partner of Lanier, Upshaw, Little Distributors for letting us use this great facility, hospitality, conference center again. We appreciate that. We have Arcara, is that right? Richard and Lisa Caspar are here again. I want to thank them for coming out. They're going to be providing a series of talks today. I want to thank them for coming out and sometime today, please chat with them, visit their table. They have some stuff, those books they're selling, literature, and what they do. They have several different types of course training sessions that they can do for your company. They can build it specifically for what you want on employee training, supervisor training, manager training. I'm talking leadership, behavior-based safety, wellness. I was fortunate enough to go to the BMT conference in Chicago this fall, and they were part of that conference. BMT is Behavioral Management Techniques. Man, that's an awesome conference. It's like a 1 or 2 day workshop. Great information. People from Europe there speaking. We got to see the Supreme. Yeah. But the talks were great. The interaction was great. If you get a chance to go, check out their website. You can hook up with them on LinkedIn. They have a discussion area. BMT, remember that. I'm sure they might talk about that. We also have Joan Spencer. She's not here yet from OSHA. She'll give us some talk today. We have Jim Dulcev from WCFSA Florida. Also, I wanted to thank Michelle Hoffman, our Director of Information Systems, for spending the day with us and make sure this stuff works, because I don't know how to do it. I think I have a couple other people here. Catherine Cook from Lanier, Upshaw. And I think that's it right now, but there might be a couple other folks that come in. As far as housekeeping, I think everyone's aware that if you go out that door down the hallway, there's restrooms. And you know about the cell phone thing. If you got to make a call, you're welcome to go outside and do that, or take a call. If you can put those on vibrate. This is kind of I don't know if you can see that. I tried to do this with Google, but we're right in this building right here. That's our assembly zone. There's a giant square box marked out in white. It used to be a helicopter pad. So for any reason, if we have to evacuate this room, go out these exits, and we'll meet up there and do the accounting thing that we're supposed to do. And I was going to do a YouTube, but we can't do YouTube. So, with that said, I'm going to have Ernie come up here, say a couple words, and introduce